It's showtime.
Hello guys and welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix, joining me is Rapid, and we're here for mSj versus FBW.
We sure are, Kix. What a way to start things out. I still have some thinking emojis floating around my brain right now, but hopefully this next game will be a little bit more standard. Let's put it that way.
More than standard, more sensible. That game just didn't make any logical sense. I don't know what went on in Tepic's head there, but he had a kind of weird plan. It almost worked. His plan didn't work, but his control nearly won him the game. But Lumai, in the end, with the stronger macro, with his hatchery and his natural, did manage to break that through. But that's going to take us into game number 2 of this best of 3. In case you missed it, there was a couple of walkovers in this game, so for the benefit of the cast, we'll skip over those. But just have a look for our players. We have FBW's
TT1
over on the left-hand side, 6-0 so far in the round of round 3. He has won every single game he's played so far. He's won his only PvP. Dreamer, on the other hand, 1-2 at the moment. Hasn't played a PvP, and TT1 definitely with this disadvantage. They're going to be moving on to Neo Ground Zero. Now, we've had a good few PvPs on here so far, but one thing you can tell from the statistics is this round we've not had as many mirrors, which is always a good thing. And obviously PvP, relatively hard to call without looking into the game, but four corner spawns, no island bases or anything crazy like that, mineral only thirds, and a very wide open middle. So depending on how this game goes, we could either have a long or a very short PvP. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Let's find out which of those it's gonna be. And starting us off here over in the top right hand side position, we do have the red Protoss fighting for mSj, Streamer.
That's right, and his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner of Neo Ground Zero in the yellow as Protoss, the MLG 2010 runner-up TT1.
Yeah, now I'll have to mention that when I saw his name in the game, I was like, who is Probe? And then I'm like, no, I remember that's TT1.
Well, he does have probes, but yeah, maybe that's a reference to his something he enjoys in his personal life, but I don't know. He's building a lot of them, and actually, when you pause the game at 0 seconds at the beginning of the replay, he actually had 5 supply with only 4 probes. So I don't know exactly how that's possible. Because right now it says that probe has 9 supply, but he only has 8 probes, so I'm guessing that is an error. Now he has 9 probes and he has 10 supply, so don't even ask me what's going on here.
Yep, I think it must be due to the way he queues them, possibly. I mean,
no, because they both had them queued at the same time, and one had one more. So I don't know how you get one more probe at this point in the game, but somehow yeah, either way, they're evened up now, so I guess that was just like something weird with the pause at the beginning. And they're cross positions on a giant 4 corners map, Kix, and they're both Protoss.
they are.
Yay! Yay, I love Protoss versus Protoss and cross spawns.
Wow, TT1 is actually going straight for a... Is that a 12
Damn!
next?
Is that a 12 Nexus?
Yeah.
You rogue, you.
TT1's doing the meme build. Like 12 next shouldn't work, and he is going to be up against 2 gateways. So, yikes! Not sure about this, but if anyone can pull this off, it's going to be TT1 going for a gateway immediately afterwards. Should likely see him build a second one as well if he wants to try and hold on to this, but.
This is so dumb. So what he does here, I believe, is then he'll go forge afterwards and mass cannons, and then out tech his opponent behind that when his opponent foolishly makes the attempt to kill him for getting the 12 Nexus. And because they're at cross positions, you know, it's just going to work out in his dirty eco-cheeser favor.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at 2015 when I first started casting and I was casting with Sail, The one build that Sale said, oh, I do this all the time in PvP, was 12 next. That was his thing. Like, he always said, oh yeah, it's really good, even though he knew it wasn't. And here's TT1. He's going to try and prove whether or not it's good. Getting the Forge already. 2 Zealots are on the way across the map. Well, that's actually going to be the 3rd one. So obviously that's going to be a lot of damage. Coming his way. Of course, he's getting the probes over here. The first cannon already on the way, though. So as long as he can get a couple of those up fairly soon, he should be pretty safe. I mean, the probe is going to scout. The Zealots are on the way as well. So he's going to know exactly how many gateways he's up against.
Now, what I don't understand is, like, I guess he knows that his Dragoons would be so late, so if he used his buildings to build a wall at the front, then maybe it would block the Zealots, but it wouldn't be able, it would die to the Dragoons. And man, this is 3 Zealots coming across the map. He scouted this base as soon as he could, even in cross spawns, and he did go 2 gate behind this, which I guess is the correct aggressive build. But man, that's just not a lot of cannons there, Kix.
But that's a lot of probes, and we've seen how strong probes can be. And
build another one. Does he know that he only needs 1 cannon here? How does he know that, Kix?
TT1 he's been playing this game forever. Like, he doesn't play much in tournaments, but he is so good at this game, it's unreal. And I know I'm stroking his ego a little bit there, but...
Dude, at this point, I would have 8 cannons down, Kix. There would be no unit production, only... Like, man, this is just a very scary place. I guess, does a cannon equal a Zealot? I feel like it doesn't, but if you target the cannon, you're not targeting the... I don't know how this math works out, but it's crazy, and appropriately so as well. Dreamer is now proxy roboing him, and all of this makes sense to me, because if you have to build static D, you can't move out and kill your buildings.
Yeah, no, I knew that. Reaver's going to be really good. Just to answer the Melonhead's question, nice to see you, man. No one actually knows where Sail is, so there's kind of a meme.
Did you say Melonhead? Because it's Lemonhead.
Lemonhead, damn it. Oh my god, I had one job.
How could you? The wrong citrus fruit. Well, actually, I guess melons aren't citrus. They're close. I don't even know what melons are. I guess they're melons. But either way, we're sneaking a probe out, Kix.
And the probe sees the proxy robo.
Try to leave your house. You made it out.
I did.
But he might die to the Dragoons running across. These are the police. They're coming for the probe, Kix. Oh, except that you evaded them in the middle of the map.
I did. Now, what's TT1 actually going to do with this probe? Because realistically, there's not much more he can actually scout.
Cannon rush. He's gonna cannon rush inside probe's base.
Oh, if he does, no. He's gonna
build a pylon on the outside. Actually, no. I think the wall's too thick to power a cannon on the inside.
He's gonna proxy someone up here, but you know what? I don't know what TT1's doing. We've just had a couple of really weird games. It's broken my brain already, and we're 2 games in. So,
dude, this is what happens when we cast NA StarCraft. That's all I'm trying to say. This is a clear result of too much NA to the brain, overexposure for long periods of time, and this is what we have to show for it.
Yeah, now we do have a Reaver coming up at the Robo. That's going to have to focus down these cannons. It's actually not going to... Oh wow, it's Templar Archives here for TT1, so it looks like TT1 is going to be going for a gateway up in the top middle of the map. I mean, he could obviously build some DTs in his main, which he is going to, but that's going to kind of give away the game if he does choose to attack. But is there a... There's no observatory. There's a robo support bay, but no... oh my god.
Yeah, because you're rushing... Yeah. So he's tricking his opponent into rushing Reavers and skipping Obs. So when the DTs come out, unless you can do some like sick Bisu micro to kill the DTs with splash damage, yeah, this is just going to be... he's also queuing up another Reaver, so there's not even a shuttle to save your Reaver from DTs. And here they come. You might see the shimmers out on the map, and actually the splash damage from the scale...
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what are we watching here? Oh, the pain. Oh, it hurts right here. Right here in my little heart, Kix. Oh my gosh.
That is really painful. Oof. It's certainly a really painful way to end not only that game, but also this first series as well. It was a best of 3, because unfortunately mSj could only muster 2 players, so that is going to give FBW the 4-0 victory in this best of 3, because that makes sense. But just to quickly go through the results, then we'll get over to the next series, which should be a lot more exciting. We'll just quickly report this win. Give the win to FBW. And you know what, I'll add the other 2 games in as well, just for good measure, just so they don't get missed out on the database. I just need to double check who was meant to be playing. It would have been Hero and Darkish, and Little Chava and Lamozerg, so it would have been another 2 ZBZs, so we had another 4 mirror matchup. We've not had very many mirrors the whole time throughout round 3, and then in week 6 we had like 3 full series of nothing but mirrors, which is kind of cool, I guess.
And speaking of mirrors, the reason my heart's on the right side is because my camera is mirrored. So there's mirrors everywhere. That's what you should take away from this.
Wait, I didn't think your camera
Stop
was
it, Kicks,
mirrored
Kicks,
anymore.
Kicks, Kicks! Don't think too hard about this, okay?
Okay, I wouldn't. Okay, yeah. We'll go with that, it's fine. Mirrors everywhere. How do they work?
There we go. Alright, good job, Kicks.
Okay, and I think I may have just broken the overlay, but... yeah, I did. So, okay, well, let's just show off the results. If you want to see the full results, you can find them on Twitter later at STPL TV, and you can find them in the Team Liquid thread. But just for the benefit of the stream, you'll see that Hiru did beat Tefik in game number 1, and Little Chava beat Lamozerg in game number 2. In fact, they're not the maps they played on, and they're not the games we saw, but everything is fine. It's just the way it works.
I was gonna say, that's definitely not what happened. Don't believe his lies.
Now, just to, oh, I didn't press the save button. Okay, so let's just do this. You can see my dodgy overlay. Things are going really well today, okay guys? It's all good. There we go.
Is your stream going to explode at some point?
I think I'm gonna explode. I don't know about the stream, but okay. Looking at Group A, how that affected things. mSj, of course, take the bottom of the table position with 1 for 5. FBW managed to break ahead of White Clan and Media with 5 for 1, tying Naz. Of course, there is a 5-game difference there, so Naz still at the top of the group, but FBW making it a little bit closer to them making it into their first playoff spot. Now, I do want to point out one thing. We did see TT1 play. We saw he's now on 7 for 0 in his games, and since TT1 joined FBW, they have done so much better. Now, whether or not that's a catalyst, I'm not too sure, but he has certainly inspired their team. One of the other players that's come out of kind of nowhere, because unfortunately before the game time was a little bit too early for him, was Lumire. So Lumire and TT1 doing a really good job this round to help them get very, very close to the playoffs. Just 1 win away from guaranteeing that spot. If they don't lose, they are guaranteed the top or bottom spot, top or second spot. So kind of crazy. That is going to take us to a little bit of a break while I set up set number 2. It's going to be DM versus Soul when we get back.